Bants or bullying, bants or bullying. We're playing a game called Bants or bullying, bants or bullying, bants or bullying. It's rarely bants, it's usually bullying.
Right, good evening everybody. And by everybody I mean Liam. I'm going to play some Darkest Dungeon 2 this evening. I'm streaming it off Epic. They finally got me after years of not having actually bought anything on Epic. I gave in and decided I had to have Darkest Dungeon 2. Which is ironic because I'm not very good at Darkest Dungeon. I've never finished it. I know what happens at the end, but I've never finished it. So I'm not very good at it. So we're going to play to find out what happens tonight. And I suspect that what's going to happen is I'm going to die a lot. Ah, Dave's here now. No, Dave, I have not died, but lost already. I haven't even launched the game, and even I would struggle to... Actually, I'm not going to jinx it. Because it is entirely possible to go wrong. Now, I dicked around for about half an hour-ish on Darkest Dungeon 2 just to see how it worked in terms of whether my computer would successfully run it or not. And then I discovered that I have picked it up at exactly the right time for a brand new patch that changes everything coming out. So I have decided to install the experimental track, which is the beta for the new patch, which apparently changes everything, and see what happens there. So there's a small chance that it will be more unstable, in which case I'll go back to the other one, or it might be fine, who knows. I don't know what the patch does, incidentally. I only know that it makes big changes. So now it should be reasonably voiced, but where it's not, I should read things out in an accent. Do we have any preference for the accent I should be using for Darkest Dungeon? Brummy, says David. Let me think. No, can't do Brummy. Birmingham. No, can't do it. We'd need Nick Spencer here, sadly. Okay, so I will try instead to read it out in my own accent. I don't have an accent, so that'll be a challenge. Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. You're not expected to succeed on your first expedition, or ever, or even your 10th, or ever. Heroes will die, failure will abound, and the world will seek to smother your flame. Take heart. Do not relent. Press forward through the encroaching gloom and face your fears. Redemption, at last, can be found deep within the icy depths of the... Oh, if you'd said French before I started, Liam. Darkest Dungeon 2. They've hidden the 2 on the D, which I find very distracting. So let's just check something. Yeah, it's the where I loaded up earlier. Let's watch this introductory cinematic, which I have seen, but we can watch it again. Oh, nice clock. This is remarkably similar to what my office looks like. Oh, apart from that.
Ruin has found you at last. My protege. My friend. Our calculations were correct. The ephemeral equation is unbalanced. The Earth spins on a strange and terrifying new axis. And everywhere, unbridled consequence. The world is a wasteland of failures past. And yet, you must ride out into it, unafraid. Take this. It is hope, the very last of it. It is yours now.
It's hope. I predict that I will end up dropping it.
Be bold once. Be bold once more. Free yourself from this suffocating stillness. Fix your gaze on the horizon.
That is nice. I like the way all the
and face
all the corpses are pointing towards the mountain.
Of the darkest dungeon.
I didn't spot that previously. The clouds around the top of the mountain are forming the spiky symbol. Anyway, I like little touches like that. Okay. Let's begin a new journey. Now, I know a couple of the changes between this and Darkest Dungeon 1. I know that instead of wandering around corridors and dungeons, you are basically on a cursed road trip.
Learn from each attempt. Deepen your understanding, and victory will come.
And it's a lot more like a traditional roguelike than Darkest Dungeon was. You don't go back to your base, and each successive run you try and get a little bit further. And I assume, yeah, you must do, because you unlock characters. So some sort of currency carries over between runs. And this is our carriage. Bugger. Because I have played through a bit, all the tutorials are turned off. I wonder if there's a way I can turn them back on. Oh well. Oh well. Right. So this is our wagon. That is our torch.
The greatest
Elizabeth Slay the Spy, yes, Liam.
There's nothing
I
at
am
all.
on the way to a summer trip to Skegness, very much so. Me and my companions.
The seat of your denial, perched precariously in the murky gloaming.
So, as I understand it, these are the campaigns or the levels or something, of which obviously I've only got the first level available, which is Denial. I assume the others are Anger, Bargaining, Despair and Acceptance. That's nice,
The
making me
shackles
sign
of
my own
denial
confession.
must be destroyed.
The shackles of denial must be destroyed.
Commonalities between the mythos of ancient cultures was not a new area of study for either of us. But it was there that we first noticed the pattern. The crossroads. Wait by the lantern's light, and welcome what help may come.
Okay, so this is where we pick up our team, our team. Again, unlike Darkest Dungeon, it's not a load of people, a constant stream of people. It is 4 specific heroes that you pick up for your run. And the first run, my choices are pretty limited. Given I have the Man-at-Arms, who remains one of my favourite characters from Darkest Dungeon, the Highwayman, just ignore that, the Grave Robber, and the Plague Doctor. I like the fact it's telling you roughly where people need to go. I can't check them out. They have a perk and a flaw. She is good at slaying pillagers. Okay. She doesn't like being set on fire. She apparently just sets fire to herself. Oh well, that's interesting to know. What's she got at the start? She has a all of the character classes have got a random quality to them as well to make them slightly different, which is one of the things that makes it slightly frustrating that I've only got 4 people for the first run. Sure, this Plague Doctor is a Wanderer, which means that I get extra candles at the second inn. So is the Gravedigger. So is the Highwayman. And so is the Man-at-Arms. Right, so they're all Wanderers. I shan't worry about that then.
Pride. More devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns. Avarice slips unseen into the catacombs of the mind.
Right. Do we want to change any of the names? I mean, I could happily rename the Man-at-Arms Dolan, if you fancy. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It's not a commentary on you, David. I mean, the Man-at-Arms is old and one-eyed, has a good beard and is bald and competent. I think we'll rename the Grey Rob of Violet, and we'll leave the Blade Doctor as Paracelsus for the time being. See if anybody else joins us. Oh, hello, Sean. There we go. Unusual suspects. Nice call back to the first game. Through the darkness to the valley. Stop talking,
This
more
was
clicking,
a
says Sean.
beautiful
Okay, fair
place
enough.
once.
We are actually in the
What a pity.
game now, and I know that driving through piles of things is basically kind of the equivalent of random stuff happening, random pickups. Follower of Hope. Okay. And the equivalent of rooms and curios is the stuff next to the... Oh. The Altar of Hope. Each expedition you earn hope, which is represented by candles. The altar is where you spend that hope to unlock new classes, items, buffs, and more. Okay. Yeah, it's only gone there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, off the bottom. So let's have a look. So what have we got? Intrepid Coast. Here is where you can invest in boons that will assist your journey now and in future expeditions. Ah, right, okay. So that presumably gives you advantages in different parts of the game. Oh no, that's not what it does. Hero upgrades. Here you can unlock new heroes for use in future expeditions. You also permanently improve the abilities of heroes already unlocked. Okay. Ah, right, okay. So each one of these dots is a specific advantage for the highwayman. Here you can unlock the ability to invest memories into heroes. Each memory will remain for that hero as long as they are successful. Fallen heroes will forget their memories. Oh, that's depressing. Every time a hero is victorious in a confession, they may have another memory invested in them, up to a maximum of 5 simultaneous memories. That is not locked. That is locked at the moment. Okay, so this is a more interactive progression
Spare a
system.
thought for tools of iron. Such implements
All right,
will serve
Gary?
us well.
Okay. Alright, yeah, this will be item unlocks. Each item unlocked at this altar will be discoverable in future expeditions. You also immediately get an item for use in the current expedition. Oh! Oh ho!
Every twinkling recollection is another implement at our disposal.
Okay, I've just randomly picked up a magic item because I can't resist magic item. If flame is less than 40, a 66% chance of gaining stealth. Range skills are more effective against death resistance. Okay, happy with that. Let's have a stage close eye. Hot and still. Stagecoach equipment. Before each location, chance to purchase whiskey items. Okay.
A welcome
Spore
advancement
grenade.
in the science of survival.
A chance to do... what do you call it? Poison. Book of Bawdy Tales. Okay, so smart will remove 4 stress at an inn, so that's good to know. I'm not going to spend any more of my candles. I'm going to be saving them up for unlocking characters. Is that
These are
a
beaten,
priority?
broken souls, and yet our fortunes ride with them.
Alright, okay, it's not too expensive. I'll save them for now, though. Oh, and I could have clicked along the bottom there as well. Hooray for smart indeed. Oh. You must spend all your candles before leaving the Altar of Hope. Okay. I am a sucker for items, so... Clarifying Parsonets. If relics are less than 75, plus 20% maximum health. If baubles are less than 75, plus 20% damage. Relics and baubles are a currency. I hope somewhere along the line I'm going to unlock bandages. Stimulants. Hey. One target adds extra damage in combat and plus 5 speed. Yeah, I'm going to get 4 of these. Party. Shuffles enemy party. Thunderclap grenade. Okay, nice. And Laudanum. If target has horror or stress is greater than 0, cures horror and removes some stress. Okay. I've got 8 left.
Memory is the hearth that warms the mind.
Which I will use. To make my own one better.
Run away.
Okay. So the Highwayman and the Man-at-Arms can find some extra stuff. I've unlocked the Hellion and the Runaway for the next time I play. Laudanum, hell yeah. Right for drugs.
Sanctuary.
Right, on with the journey.
As fleeting as a dying star.
Sanctuary is fleeting as a dying star. Right, bring up my inventory. Now I can't equip the pot and still until I get to until I get to an inn. I don't believe. Nope. Oh, so we can rename the coach. If anybody has a suggestion. I'm going to put the covert cloak on Violet because I remember she has a quirk. No, she doesn't. I've just made that up. Ah, no, I'm going to put it on Tyburn, who has advantage with range skills. And I'm going to give Dolan the lovely necklace. Number 9 blue. Okay. Green. There we go. So we are 11 leagues to the inn. We're on the first of 4. We have 48 relics and no baubles. As near as I can tell, the valley is always the first. Well, can you rename the classes? I don't think you can. No. It's just the rename thing is for the top bit. Ah, running through autumn leaves. Pretty appropriate October. Only one of these is going to turn out to have a concrete bollard inside it.
Facing oblivion, these folk have kept their honor. Have you?
Have you? So these are assist encounters. Oh man, how can you look at that sad little face and not help them out? Now, Tyburn, Violent, and Sianan all have an opinion on this. Hope is contagious once it casts, says Sianan, and if I pick her opinion, I'll get a chance at a trinket and some extra flame, which is nice. Violet says we like the way for more than merely us now. That'll give us again a trinket chance and some flame. And Tyburn. Okay, so all three of them think it's a great idea. I shouldn't die before getting to the town, because there isn't a town. So I have picked Tyburn's response, which gives us a bunch of extra flame and a minor gilded mine, whatever that is. A vague trinket, plus 15% stress resistance, plus 7% death resistance, but minus 10% resistant to blue. Resistance to debuffs. Well, it's a defensive item, so whack that on your head, Dolan. Go. Now our goal is to get to the inn, basically, to the first inn, and at each inn we'll have a choice of which route we want to take after that. The valley is pretty straight because it's kind of a tutorial level. Oh right, okay, the Hoarder. This is a shop where we can spend relics to buy stuff. And unlike in the previous game, each character has one combat item slot, which I've currently forgot to put anything in. And they're effectively items that they use in combat. So I am going to buy up their entire stock of bandage. I would love to rob him, David. Let's have some laudanum. Let's have a lot of laudanum. How much money have I got left? 30. Crow's feet. Combat item. Trap serrated. Cause a party to do a small amount of bleeding with some penalties. A glimmer of hope. One target plus 15 flame. Whoops. Gone over. I'm not going to worry about in items and trinkets. I don't have enough money for trinkets or stagecoach items. So I've picked up a bunch of stuff, and then I'm going to quickly equip people with some things. So let's give Sianan the Glimmer of Hope so that she can give us some light back. Violet. Let's chuck her my one set of bandages. Tyburn can have some laudanum. And what do we give Dolan? I mean, more laudanum is quite possible. We can give him a blight grenade. He's got a stress knitter quality. Dolan knits and burns books. That's got it. I'll give him a grenade. Everybody likes a grenade. 5 more leads to the inn. We're almost there. Getting my Grand Theft Auto on.
You can feel it. A change in the air.
I don't know what I can feel. Aha, barricade. Okay, fight. This is where I successfully defeat two zombies.
What can we learn?
2 lost souls.
Inspection?
So they are not particularly resistant to bleed, quite resistant to blight. It's just as well that only one member of our party is really focused on blight. So let's take a moment to have a quick look. Tyburn can do an attack on the first 2 ranks that does 4 to 8 damage. He's got reason crit. This is something that's new. One of the conditions you can give people is called combo. And what it basically does is it sets up somebody else's ability, like this pistol shot, to be more powerful. So if you see pistol shot has, if the target has combo, it also does squiggly spiral, which is daze. Next turn is delayed until the end of the round. Duelist advance, we'll move him forward 1 and give him something. Riposte. Counter attacks the next damaging attack twice. Another change they've made is a whole load of abilities. These abilities, in fact, are done with tokens. So if I give Tyburn Riposte, then the next 2 times he's attacked, he'll do a Riposte. It's not something that lasts until the start of his next turn, which is quite nice. But I am going to set up a tracking shot. Set him up for a combo. So Violet has Pick to the Face, which is always a basic fallback. A Thrown Dagger, which has a 50% extra critical chance if the target is comboed, and it ignores shields, which is nice. And it ignores dodge if she's stealthed. The good old Flashing Daggers, which was my second favourite Grave Robber ability in Darkest Dungeon. The Poison Dart, which was my favourite Grave Robber ability in Darkest Dungeon. Or she can drink some absinthe, which, if she has less than 25% health, will heal her 33%, as well as giving her dodge and speed abilities. She likes her absinthe. So I am gonna... Hey! 3 points of damage. Okay, so that was a little bit unimpressive. Let's have a look at Dolan. Darts, indeed. Crush. Oh, self-heal if the target has got combo on, and reasonable damage. Rampart, he will move forward 1, the target will be knocked back 1 and be dazed. And it'll do 3 to 6 damage. Defender is the classic, I get shields and the enemy gets shields, and shields just seem to block all damage as near as I can tell. And Bolster, which I think is new actually, is a stress heal. If either Dolan or his target has a stress of 5 or more, they'll lose some stress. And it also removes some sort of debuff vulnerability. So, yeah. Dolan is good at supporting his companions. A little unrealistic. And finally, typically, good old Blight. She does Blight. She can blind people in the back 2 ranks, of which there aren't any, and it has a chance of setting them up for a combo. If half the party is dead, she can stab somebody with a dagger. She's my healer. Okay. Target has less than 50% heal it, but more importantly, remove bleeding, blight, and fire. An ounce of preservation gives you a bunch of resistances, and she's got the item that I've set her up, which was a Flame of Hope. So even though they are quite resistant to blight, it still does a little bit of damage, and has successfully blighted her. That one will... Okay, that was quite efficient. Well done, Seaman. Well done. You don't need no absinthe. Pick to the face. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is basically over. We are literally invincible. Wicked Slice and a Death Blow. I'd heard that Darkest Dungeon 2 was hard.
Scavenge what you can and be off once more.
So we've gained 2 mastery. Mastery points are invested at the inn to upgrade hero skills. Yep. 4 relics, which is cash. And a sense of enormous well-being. Yay!
Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
I will indeed push on to the inn. There is the inn. Peace, piss. So the inn is kind of the equivalent of the town.
The fire is lit. The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests.
Now this is unfortunate. That is loathing. As loathing goes up, the game gets harder, but there are things you can do when you're out and about that reduce your loathing. The resolute companions reach the Torch and Crown. The Torch and Crown. Heal to 50%, lose a point of stress. My people are completely unhurt because I'm a genius. So, there's a bunch of things we can do here. Is it the 3 feathers? I'm gonna hope not, because if it is, we are not getting out of here anytime soon. So, I can end the expedition. That's interesting. It will definitely ask me if I wanted, won't it? If I click that. Aha! Okay. Oh, right, okay. So basically, if I want to, I can throw the towel in now and keep my hope, of which I have generated 1. So let's not do that.
Spend what you can, for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
I'm buying bandages. Don't judge me. Anti-venom, as in the first game, will remove blight. In items are similar to the items you'd use in Darkest Dungeon when you were camping. This is close to the camp, actually, not the town. That was a mistake. I have unfortunately run out of money. But I don't need any trinkets. Don't need any items. Okay. So we have got 2 points of mastery for improving our skills.
Improve.
Bank. I'm not banking. Not banking one candle. Oh, that is interesting. Even though I've started a new run, it still has the stuff I'd unlocked when I was trying out the other stream. So, first things first. Battlefield medicine. That will improve the amount of heal. Oh, you can only use that 3 times a fight. Okay. We'll increase the heal to 25%. Not too fussed. That will do significantly more blight, and I like significantly more blight. So I'm improving Sealand's Noxious Blast. And then what else? Dolan's Crunch Attack. My dulcet tones are very soothing, thank you. Actually, if you like, I can try a little bit more. Now I'm going to give Dolan an upgrade on his crunch attack, so that he can crunch things much more effectively.
The next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly.
We have our potent still. Stage cloak equipment. For each location, the chance to purchase whiskey.
Good. An improvement.
And finally, we were selecting our route. Oh, I say finally. Just double check. I do have an in item.
Choose your path.
Oh, my Book of Smart
Ride out
reduces stress, which I don't have any of at the minute because we so effortlessly dealt with those lost souls. So we have 3 options. I've not seen that one before, I don't think. So we can go to the Shroud.
The barnacled timbers of the coastal villages are sodden with salt and secrets.
Okay. So we can either go to Innsmouth.
Another nameless
We can go to a
city.
nameless city.
Another inferno.
Or we can do whatever the sluice is.
Madness.
Right, it's not telling me what the sluice is. And let's see what we've got here. The Shroud will have more fights. Many more fights. And my goal to get an advantage or get a bonus will be 4 road battles, which I'm going to get because there's a load of resistance encounters. And my reward will be a piece of stage close equipment that will improve positive banter. Yeah, okay, we've already got 1 vote for Innsmouth. Liam is saying he's never done the sluice. Is that new? I don't know. I don't think I've come across it before either. Surely it's Saltmarsh with its secrets. It could well be. Either way, I think it's got fish, people and barnacles. So, alternatively, we could do the Sprawl, which has 10% positive bants. And I can get an advantage, Candles of Hope, in fact, by not going to the hospital. And then there's the Sluice, which I don't know what it is. So I think I'm going to follow the majority opinion, unsurprisingly, and go to Innsmouth twinned with Saltmarsh. I suspect that this is going to mean bleeding. So I'm going to put a couple of extra bandages on. Oh god, can she can only carry 2 bandages at a time? That's very different with Darkest Dungeon. The sinister banter of Saltmarsh. Surely that's just bullying. Sometimes Bants is banter. Right, leave the routine, journey onward through sinister Saltmarsh, where I'm going to get loads of combat encounters, and I have to complete at least 4 of them. This is a mistake. I don't think I'm up to a bunch of combat encounters. It's rarely Bants, it's all usually bullying.
Floats listless on the tide, brined in noxious degradation.
So, we are scouting ahead, presumably with some sort of drone. And we know what is at some of the points we're going to pass through. So I'm just going to have a quick look. Resistance encounter, rewards power and wealth, reduces loathing, a cache of supplies, a watchtower, which will reveal everything ahead of us, which is interesting. An assistance encounter is one of those help jobs. That's an assistance encounter. Ooh, I don't want to go to Oblivion's Ingress. That is a cultist encounter with cultists doing cultisty things. Okay, so there's a reasonable number of assistance encounters up ahead where we can get boons. There is a number of resistance encounters that are giving me extra candles. So I wouldn't mind hitting the Watchtower, but that'll mean passing by the supplies. Yes, cultists. Yeah, okay. The only way for me to get the Watchtower is to go to that resistance encounter, so I guess let's see how we do. You can apparently beat a boss with only 1 character, I hear. Now Cianan, Tyburn and Dolan all think we should go for the fight, and unsurprisingly Violet is of the opinion that we should go for the supplies. So 3 members of the party, I'm in agreement with you. Oh, Violet has gained stress for not getting her own way. Screw you, Violet. Hey, I picked up some slime mould. This does not seem to be... This is a health and safety nightmare, this place. Violet is gaining stress just randomly. Why is Violet gaining stress randomly? She doesn't like music. Oh, we picked up some whiskey.
They revel in debauchery, debasing themselves in the face of the end.
Okay, sunken monolith. Thrusting impetuously out of the swampy waters. Let's have a look. Okay, so fisher folk. Again, like with the assistance thing, we have an option on what we want to do. Dolan thinks we can defeat them together. Tyburn agrees with him. Violet agrees. And Cianan thinks that we should advance relentlessly and they'll perish. And it seems to give me an advantage if I pick her choice. Liam says that he just gains stress randomly as well in real life. Just a healthy transfer to his avatar. Okay, we're going with Cianan's suggestion because presumably that strength is for us. And everybody is happy with that choice. Positive Bants. Roll for seduction. They're fish people. Nobody wants to sleep with fish. Everybody wants to sleep with fish people. Okay, so we've got strength. Next attack deals 50% damage. And we are fighting a quartet of wharf rats. What do we know about wharf rats? They are resistant to ongoing damage. Reasonably easy to stun, move and debuff. And they're not particularly resistant to dying, which is good to know. So, I will go with my classic Grave Robber opening and throw a couple of knives into the 2 guys in the middle. They are somewhat resistant to blight, so let's blind the 2 at the back. I'm assuming that because they've got a combo. He will heal 10% if he combos them, so I will not stick around with that. Yeah, let's just twat somebody. Ah, flip. That guy is stealthy, can't be directly targeted. They do look like nice people. Oh, whoops! One of them has fallen onto Dolan's crunch attack. That is an unnecessary pun. Oh, and it causes bleeding. 2 points of damage every turn for 3 turns. Ooh! This one's on fire. I wonder if that's because of Violet's special Pyromancer ability. Well, Pyromaniac ability. Take aim, it will give him critical. Interesting. And some dodge. But for the minute, let's just... Ah, right, okay. I've not worked out how initiative works at all. There's no point dazing that one, because he's going to act anyway at the end of the round, so let's shoot you in the face. I'm looking closer at them, and they appear to have tentacle jellyfish horrors that have eaten their faces. So they're a kind of animated undead, and they are doing sucker punches left and right.
Bravo!
Yeah, I didn't use up the crook combo, good to know. They are, however, unfortunately leaving piles of gravestones behind them somehow, so I am going to get rid of bleeding, because I don't like conditions.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Wound has been tended to. Whoa! Okay, Violet, I'm sorry to say you have barnacles. You will take damage if I move you. Is that more avatar transfers to you? Bugger! The two at the back are now stealthed.
Another impediment, cleared with impunity.
Now, where was her... Oh, it ignores dodge when she is stealthed. Bollocks. So she's going to miss. She's not hurt. Let's try and see how hurt. I don't think our absence will heal her though, if she's not badly hurt. No, but it has given her speed and dodge, so that's a good move. Violet, kill the gravestone. Yes, okay. At the minute, I can't target the gravestone. Ah, excellent. Because it's an area effect attack, it can still apply its blindness to the fellow at the back. The gravestone is quite tough to destroy. As a rule, Absinthe does not give me extra speed. Why are they still stealthed? I don't have anything to remove stealth either. Right, okay. Fire. Fire is the key. Dagger to the face. Okay, that was straightforward. We took a little bit of damage, but not too much. We've won some relics, we've won some untainted sea stars, which are baubles, and we've won a clotting poultice, an in-item that will give somebody 25% bleeding resistance. I could have done with that earlier, frankly.
The loathing festers.
But the good news is, I've taken the loathing down a little bit, so the forces of darkness are less powerful. So is my plan still to go to the Watchtower? I think it is, yes. No, if I remember correctly, the different coloured routes, the green routes are safer than the black routes.
Myriad options require.
So let's see what the team fancies. Dolan, Violet, and Shannon all want to go to the assistance encounter.
Destiny will not be denied.
Ah, screw it. Follow the advice of the team. Violet's getting stressed. Thanks, Violet. You're just contrary. That is the problem. Oof. Ah, damn it. Ooh. I think that was positive banter. It was. Violet and Dolan are getting along. There is an encounter ahead of me. 70 leagues to the inn. Watchtower is just Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. It's just a couple of these undead horrors who have a chomp ability that causes disease. I have to keep an eye on that. Right, let's get them killed quick. Because I only have 5 rounds to kill these guys. Easy peasy indeed. One down, one to go. Can I kill them before they act? Almost certainly not. Yeah, they resist blind. Pick to the face, 47 damage. Pick to the face. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Fighting Dolan. You're getting stressed out. Aha. Okay. There we go. Peace, peace.
Continues.
When in doubt, work the face.
Past is gone.
All we got was 4 relics though for that. But, you know, it all spends. That would buy me some bandages, hopefully. Oh, got some more whiskey. And here are some annoying people with problems.
Will you rebuff their earnest pleas?
Very sharp bottles, those poison flasks. So, what have we got? They want help. Oh. Now, Tyburn wants to give them 12 of our hard-won relics. And we'll get some mixed treasure, some food, and some flame increase, which is nice. Violet just thinks we should just help them out. And Shannon agrees that we should give them money. Annoying people with problems. That is indeed a Wind of Fortune name right there. Let's give them our money.
An unexpected find.
Oh. The food, it turns out, is slime mould. Plus 10% maxed health until the next inn, with a 5% chance of getting a disease and a 5% chance of something quirky happening. An impermeable poultice. Blight resistance is nice, particularly if there's any of the fungus people. Some playing cards, which gives the whole party a chance of having a positive interaction with each other. It's like the people who designed this game have never played cards together. And a soothing poultice that will give fire resistance. Okay, fair enough. I'm not sure that was
laden.
worth the 12.
You can carry no more.
Let's not worry about it. Okay, so our only choice now is to go up to another. Oh. So I've only got 17 carrying capacity on my wagon. Sorry, 16 carrying capacity and I have 17 items. So I have to empty out one of my slots already. I think that I'm getting rid of one of those plates of slime mould. And given that I am now at full capacity for what I can carry, I suspect that I will be getting rid of significantly more over the course of this trip. There is too much drunk in the trunk. I can't eat the mould, unfortunately, unless I'm at an inn. Basically, it's a camp item. I don't really know what's useful. I might want to use some of that. Yeah, inventory full. I'm not picking items up. Right, what do you want? You desperate few. Okay, so this is a very different scenario. This is a guy with a whole load of food. So let's see. Dolan thinks we should give them money in return for stuff we can't carry. Although one of those things is a piece of coast equipment, so that might well be worth it. Violet just thinks we should be nice to them. And Celine thinks we should only be slightly nice to them. Fuck it, let's get overloaded.
Find.
Yeah, it's more slime mode, more smut though, which is good. A stitching kit for healing people. And a soothing poultice. So I'm going to have to drop almost everything I've just picked up. Yeah, 21 items out. Fuck. I think the whiskey that I'm picking up because of my still is slowing me down. Oh man, I need to lose 2 slots worth of stuff. I'm going to throw the stuff that stops you being on fire. Can anything be consumed? Drink? Can I drink? No, it's an inn item. So it's used at the inn. The only stuff I can equip right now are combat items. And everybody has full slots. Yeah, I'm going to have to use some of them in the fights. Which is a cunning way of stopping me hoarding stuff. I guess.
Consider all variables, but do it quickly.
Okay, so Dolan wants to go after the cultist encounter. Violet wants to go the unknown direction, and the other two have no strong opinions. I will need to get a bigger cart, that is absolutely true. So,
we must.
Does anybody have a suggestion?
Moving.
I'm not sure I want to go to the cultist encounter. But the assistance is just going to laden me down. People are yelling fight. You just want to see me die, don't you? Okay. Let's see what this cultist encounter is like. We are in Sinister Saltmarsh, so Tyburn is getting quite stressed.
The avatars of oblivion. Clergy of the spreading stain.
Clergy of the spreading stain. Oh, not a... Oh, we've got a fight on the way to the fight. Lou says the sequence of you piloting the coach really needs to be set to Yakuza sax. Oh, right, okay, so this is not a harmless lost soul.
What can we learn upon closer inspection?
I have some bosuns who are Innsmouth-looking motherfuckers with long, spiky things. Well, let's have a look at resistances again.
Let us take a closer look at
really resistant to bleeding, somewhat resistant to blight,
as it is.
not especially resistant to being burnt. So bleeding is my friend here. Okay, couple of daggers. Bite section. Boat hooks! Yes! They're boat hooks. I'm an idiot. A nice critical there from Tyburn. Really fucked up his health bar.
Let us hope to finish this.
Oh no, he resisted being moved. I was going to say, I was hoping that would push his gravestone back. One's causing blight now all of a sudden. Ah, that is party. I had not spotted that. That is party resistant buff. The fuck? That has just randomly added blindness and vulnerability to a bunch of my characters. Fuck. Absinthe isn't going to help with this. face. Haha. Right, what can you do? You can remove blindness from yourself by doing buff. I did not probably deserve it. And then his least blight resistance. Blight 30, blight 40 to you. Razor sharp bottles! Oh no! So I'm going to bolster Violet because it will remove the vulnerability from her and it will also help with her stress, I think. It did indeed help with her stress. Okay. Oh, got the blight on. 6 points of damage on the death blow. Now she's at the front. That is not an ideal place for her to be. But I know he can charge forward if need be. So let's... He's got prickle. There we go. Okay, 3 rounds. Easy peasy. These road encounters aren't that bad.
Though unpleasant in the extreme.
Oh,
This work
God.
is
Oh, a
noble
trinket.
and necessary.
25% bleed chance. If bleed, minus 5% crit. Okay. So I've still got too many things, but at least I can put one of the trinkets on. Dump the goo. They don't seem to be causing much in the way of bleeding, do they? So I think, I mean, it's not going to help, but I'm going to swap. Blight isn't terribly useful, is it? I'm going to give Violet some drugs. It seems for the best. 2 fights and no one's dead. Yes, absolutely. So all I have to do now is chuck more of this. Fuck it, I'm getting loads of extra whiskey. Right, so we still... Right, yes, that wasn't the fight, was it? That was the fight on the way to the fight. There will be a Crocker Gauge around the corner. Darkest Dungeon had a Crocker Gauge in it, and I only fought him once. And he ate my entire party, and I didn't go back. Okay, so we are facing cultists who have rather gratuitously got... Basically, it looks a little bit like they're on their way to a party. So let's have a look. Dolan thinks we should get right stuck in, and if we follow his lead, we'll get strength and speed. Violet just thinks we should get stuck in, and so does Sinan. I'm with Dolan. He won't steer us wrong. Rah! Okay. They have gained dodge and super dodge. Bollocks. What the fuck are... Cherubs.
Is the natural prelude to action.
A ranged attack that gives them something and weakens and stresses. Great. Okay. What about these people?
Let us take a closer
Don't know a
look
lot
at
about
the
them at the
thing.
minute.
As repulsive as it is.
Right, I don't like looking at those cherubs. Oh, I shot the wrong one! You idiot! Yes, I agree with Scott. Kill the weediest looking enemy first. What can go wrong? Cosplaying cultists. Batter that little baby.
The slow suffering
Okay.
begins.
Remember I said they weren't doing a lot of bleeding? I'm an idiot. Ooh. Okay, so he's on 5 bleeding for the next 3 turns. Let's see what their blight resistance is like. 20 blight. 20 blight. So they're not blight resistant. That is a good thing. That should die at the start of its turn now. Well done, Violet. I'm going to get to start on these, I think. They are just mildly unpleasant. I thought that... They're not skirts, are they? They're tentacles. Ah! Stop blinding my people!
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Dead cherub. It is deeply unfair that they're attacking the first 2. Now they're both bleeding. Oh man, 6 stress. Thinking of... Fuck it. Let's drug Dolan. Oh, for goodness sake. Tyburn is jealous of the fact that Violet used the drugs on Dolan. And it doesn't use your action, of course it doesn't. I should have been using that more often. Let's try poison the cherub.
Miscalculation, perhaps.
Right, get stuck in. Hit points. As always, I should be focusing my fire and no dear. Horror. I don't like horror. But I don't like Tyburn bleeding to death. Nice.
This wound, at least, has been tended.
Hey! Okay, so it appears that Ciernan and Tyburn are buddies. No?
While the
No, they're not
heart
buddies.
still beats, desire will never die.
They are now romantically involved. The fanfiction writes itself. Okay, they have self-buffed. Next strike has 100% critical and endures resistance, and they've got a 50% chance to dodge the next attack against them. Well, fuck you. Ah, well. Screw it. Oh, but he's still got a speed bonus, so... There we go. Nice. Cherub next. Okay. It is better than twatting me, I guess, but it's making it hard to twat them. Dodge. Oh! So I've got a 50% chance to miss, but the next damage will do 50% damage. Because Tyburn and Ciernan are together. Bless. But she's blind. He is getting stressed. Have some laudanum, Tyburn. Okay, and now shoot something. No, stab something. Oh, fuck off. Okay, so weakening the cultist was a good move, but it is still hanging around on death's door. Like it was a proper person. Oh! Oh! Okay. 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 It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Okay, I've got them both down. I've just got the cherub to deal with now. And I've still got a heal. I'm putting the bandages back on after this. Oh, and Tyburn is sulking because I've removed the bleeding from Dolan. Fuck's sake. Okay, Sealand's taking care of it. Do you have a self-heal? Only if I've set up a combo. Yeah, only if I've set up a combo. That didn't go well, did it?
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
We got 8 relics and... Okay, we got a storage trunk, so if we make it to the inn, we can at least carry 4 more items. And we are indeed still alive, yes. He said.
The loathing abates.
And we removed some of the loathing, so that's positive. We're finding the positives here. So, Violet is re-equipping her bandages. And so is Dolan. Yeah, okay. I've still got to chuck something. Fuck. We've got 55 leagues to go to the inn, and Dolan and Tyburn between them have 15 hit points. Hi there. With about an hour or so of gaming under our belt, I think we're going to cause a pause there. Otherwise, this is going to be a 3-hour video, and that will take forever to upload. So, this is an interlude. There'll be at least another 2 parts. There'll be another 2 parts. And if you enjoyed this, then you can watch them as well. Until then, bye.
Bants or bullying, bants or bullying. We're playing a game called Bants or bullying, bants or bullying, bants or bullying. It's rarely bants, it's usually bullying.